Khamzat Chimaev is becoming one of the most popular fighters the UFC has signed in 2020. Not only is he one of the best upcoming fighters they've got, he's also such a likable personality. The dude just comes off insanely well and is especially becoming great at self-promotion, but he remains relatively unknown and there isn't really that much info out there on the guy. I'm Monir, and here are 7 things you didn't know about Khamzat Chimaev. Number 7. Many people says this athlete is gym rat or he spends all his day training. But Khamzat Chimaev actually lives in a gym in which he trains. He explains this by the desire to train in order to be fully prepared at any time and not to be distracted by exterior things. According to Chimaev, after the fights in the UFC, his coach forbade him to come to the gym for 2 days. Number 6. Chimaev didn't have to look too far for inspiration. The All-Star Training Center in Stockholm where he trains is home to some of the legends of the sports. From former UFC lightweight Alexander Gustafsson to former Bellator middleweight champion Hector Lombard. The famous Swedish professional mixed martial artist Alexander Gustafsson, who competes in the heavyweight division in the UFC, says his main training partner is Khamzat Chimaev. Number 5. Before going pro, Khamzat changed his name from Khamzat Girikhanov to Khamzat Chimaev. Chimaev means the Chechen Viking. In one of his first recorded fights versus Khalid Lalam in Fight Club Rush promotion, we can see his name was Khamzat Girikhanov. Number 4. Chimaev has been living in Sweden for over 10 years. The athlete's brother moved to the country before Khamzat, and then the whole family moved. The reason was the health problems of one of the Chimaev brothers who needed an operation. In Sweden, Chimaev worked as a security guard in nightclubs as well as in a freezer factory. Chimaev got a Swedish passport plus the Russian citizenship. Number 3. After Chimaev immigrated to Sweden in 2011 and despite uprooting his life, the then 17-year-old was keen to ensure that he could continue the high-level grappling training he had already received in his native country. His talents quickly shone and developed even further in adopted country. In 2018, he got the gold in the Swedish Championship in both welterweights and middleweights divisions, even winning one of those gold medals without dropping single points throughout the tournament. Chimaev soon turned his attention to mixed martial arts. Now, with the famous All-Star Gym, he soon booked his entry to the UFC after a run in the Bahrain-based Brave CF promotion between 2018 and 2019, where he won and finished all 4 of his fights inside the distance, 2 knockouts and 2 submissions. Number 2. Khamzat Chimaev finally experienced his first real breakthrough 1 year ago when he signed with Dominance MMA Management, the Khabib Nurmagomedov's manager Ali Abdelaziz. In fact, Ali is the first one to compare the emerging fighter to current MMA pound-for-pound king Khabib Nurmagomedov, referring to him as Khabib 2.0. Khamzat Chimaev has taken the UFC by storm. The Swedish fighter has quickly established himself onto the scene after securing back-to-back wins in just 10 days. Chimaev competed twice during Fight Island Showcase, finishing both of his opponents in spectacular fashion. He submitted John Phillips in his UFC debut at UFC on ESPN 13 event, and later knocked out Reese McKee at UFC on ESPN 14 just 10 days later. Number 1. Conor McGregor could not resist commenting on Instagram posts from UFC about Chimaev and using the same red insults he used against his arch-rival Khabib Nurmagomedov. Chimaev talks about the reason behind the scar on his lips and how it happened. He says, "My mom told me that we had huge concrete stairs in our home, and when I was 2 years old, I fell down from the stairs on my face. I still cannot breathe from one side of my nose, and I lost some of my teeth." And those are 7 things you didn't know about Khamzat Chimaev. What are your thoughts? Please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching.